So it's the next day now, guys, and I got a call about lunchtime yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah. Not about 2 actually, it's only about 2 hours after we dropped it off, so really quick. I'm hoping it's only going to be £348 only, but yeah, but we thought it was going to be a lot worse, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, so we're walking up there now to Earl's Barton. It's about a 2.5 mile walk, but it's alright.
In between the showers?
Yeah, it's just pissing down a minute ago, and all this morning, heavy rain last night.
Yesterday though, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I think this is the last of the rain for a bit, so which is good because don't want much more because we'll start flooding if we get much more. I think it looks like it's a bit higher. Yeah, look at the rate this is coming up. I'm just glad we're not going to get any more rain. Yeah, a lot of excess water today. That's Earl's Barton up there. At the next lock there's a footpath which will take us up there, which is good. Cross over the river now and we'll head up on top of the hill to, I can't remember the name of the place. Last time that boat was in this ditch.
Was it?
Yeah, do you not remember?
Oh yeah, it was.
Look at this purely brutalist functional bridge. Nearly there. St. Crispin Road. You always see post boxes when you don't need them, but when you actually want to find one, you can't. We found one. There she is. Right, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
No, luckily.
Yeah. It was just the ABS sensor on the rear and the offside front suspension arm. Off the dash, also,
well,
they couldn't do the tracking there, could they?
No, he did say that Josh has to have the tracking done, and you could tell by the steering wheel that the tracking needs doing, so we're going to get that done as soon as possible, guys. And
yeah, there it is. I guess the straps are alright at the moment. Got the state of them though. Have to get that done probably the next MOT. Back on the Nene. Got it right this time?
what the Nene?
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty overcast, pretty chilly. Yesterday, oh yeah, you've seen yesterday, we went and got the car, didn't we? Had a under there as well, and yeah, it's a new suspension arm, which is good, brand new. So yeah, that's all sorted. Just need to get the tracking down at some point, probably at Peterborough when Dad gets back. But for now, we've got a cruise. It's been on there 48 hours. And the river has gone up a little bit actually from all that rain.
We had a lot of rain up last night as well.
Okay, I don't think there's going to be any more. I think it's going to be supposed to get warmer, much warmer this weekend.
Good.
Into the 20s.
Like to see.
Yeah.
Summer on its way.
Yeah, so we're just going to head quite far today. I don't know what that voice crack was. Quite far. We're going to go all the way to Woodford because that's where the nearest mooring is with parking. Don't necessarily need mooring with parking, but we're so behind on our schedule that we have to cruise pretty far anyway. And there is a nice place too, more with parking, but it's right outside of a pub. That is about halfway, or about 8 miles. So that means I've got to walk back and get the Z4, which will be about 12 miles, I worked out. No shortcuts, unfortunately. So yeah, 12 mile cruise, 12 mile walk back. Don't mind. Good exercise at the end of the day. And then I think probably Saturday we'll have to cruise to Ondle, which will be about 15 miles, but there's a shortcut for that one with 10 miles, so that's alright.
could get Dad to just take you back.
I know I could, but maybe I don't want it. Waste of diesel, isn't it? Oh no, the Devon flag! Oh, there it goes. Anyway, let's go. So this is the UK canal map. We are down here at Great Doddington in Northamptonshire on the River Nene. We'll firstly head along a lovely section of river to Wellingborough, where we can actually get some water and get rid of the rubbish. After that we'll begin making our way towards Earthlingborough, before eventually making our way to one of the most beautiful moorings on the Nene, Woodford, making a cruise 12 miles and 8 locks. Don't take these electric locks for granted, because when you do get to the manual ones, my god, they are some of the toughest locks imaginable. Stay tuned and I'll show you the worst one of them. The boat's caught us up, so we're letting him join us. That over there is His Majesty's Prison 5 Wales, and it was opened in March 2022 and has a population of 1,650. The capacity is 1,687. Almost full up already. Wow, look at that, isn't it a thing of beauty? It's coming up to the 80th year anniversary of World War II, and there's still Spitfires flying about. And beautiful to hear that V12 Rolls-Royce engine. Almost looks like the paddles are up, I think. You do get the odd few locks on here that do actually have regular lock gates, and it's kind of a nice sight because you don't have to wait ages to drop the guillotine lock gate, and you don't have to manually do it yourself with a horrible wheel. Is that a rubbish collector or weeder? I don't know. Well, we've reached Wellingborough now, and there is some EA moorings here, and there's a Tesco's just over the road. It's a good place to stop off and, you know, get some things done, because you've got the house and you've got a water point and you've got a pump out and you get rid of the rubbish. You can't do that in a lot of places on the Nene. Also, it is a bit noisy because you've got the factory opposite, which does run into the night as well. We spent an hour filling up on water with our new expandable hose because we weren't even full last time, as the hose obviously snapped before we even filled up. And that's the first time we've filled the boat up in about a week and a half or 2 weeks. Really weird design, this lock. 2 ground paddles on one side of the lock. Strange. I do like it though, because it means I don't have to go over the other side and open the paddle on the opposite side. Because there isn't one, it's this side. Some of the bends on this River Nene are quite tight for a 70-foot narrowboat, and it's just lucky it is quite quiet, because you really wouldn't want another boat coming the other way while you're trying to make one of these bends. This area has a deep, rich history that goes back to the last ice age, which formed this landscape and made this flat, shallow floodland valley of the River Nene. And the Romans also used this as a ford crossing point. And this is just a house. I believe it was built sometime in the 17th century. In 2010 though, Chester Farm was severely damaged by a fire, and the Chester house was gutted internally. And in 2016 I believe restoration work began. And in October 2021 they actually reopened. And you can go visit this house today, and there's also visitor moorings here too if you want to stop off. This is the Chester Railway Viaduct, also known as the 14 Arches Viaduct, which consists of 2 double track viaducts. The older viaduct is the one we go through first. Now this one has a stone arch over the river, but the next one, which was built a little bit later on, actually has an iron viaduct over the river instead of an arch. Now we're coming up to Ditchford Lock. Now this lock was one of the locks that was actually closed because it was having winter works done to it, like the winter stoppages on a CRT network. But it was delayed. It was supposed to open on the 10th of April, but they pushed it back to the 17th thanks to the site being flooded multiple times during the winter. Now this is the reason we got delayed a bit. Because of this lock stoppage. We were going to get through just after it opened on the 11th of April. But thankfully now it is opened, and they're just doing a couple of final works on it now. Now Ditchford Lock, you'll notice, actually has quite a unique gate on it. It's a radial gate, and it lifts up sort of in a curved crescent shape, and is the only one on the knee left. Nene, god damn it. Oh, he's done it again, hasn't he? We'll have to paddle up again. Well, we're coming to Earthlingborough now, and you'll notice there's a couple of bridges here. One is a brutalist concrete bridge, a newer one, and this is actually not too bad. They did quite a good job of making this bridge out of concrete. It doesn't look too bad. But then we've got the beautiful, much older ancient bridge here, which was probably built in the 14th century. To the keen eye, you can probably notice that it has been widened, and this was done around 1754. The bridge was repaired again in 1922. Now this was of course the main road for the A6 up until around 1936, when they actually began building the concrete viaduct. Now I don't know why, but the old bridge is completely closed to traffic now. But as you've seen, it's a complete and utter nightmare for long narrowboats to get through this old arch bridge. There is plentiful EA moorings here at Earthlingborough, and there is a water point. I'm not sure if it works though, and there's also an Aldi's here too. That was picked up there only a month after we first came on. And in May we even came across in Arundel some kids, loads of kids jumping in and out of locks, and yeah, it's quite annoying. But so I don't really want to be on any of these rivers during the summer holidays. I'm trying to plan and hopefully be off the Nene come summer holidays. We'll come back up early July maybe, but even then on the weekends or even hot days in the afternoons, the kids will be jumping in and out of the locks. Nuisance really, no trouble. This was another beautiful Friends of the Nene mooring. There is just so much beautiful wildlife to see on this river. Oh wow, we've actually passed another boat coming upstream, and there's the subscribers as well, so shout out to them. hardly seems any point of having a lock. It only goes down about 1.5 feet, 2 foot, but got to do a wheel. Back to manual now. This lock probably has one of the toughest manual wheels on the Nene, and is probably the most exhausting lock on the entire canal network which I've done. It is that bad. Jesus! God, my bicep's dead now. Only goes down about 1.5 feet. Right, here we go again. See you on the other side. There's a workout.
I see him this morning, just 20 past 8.
Yeah, the guy's been leaving the paddles up. This railway viaduct is part of the railway walk. I'll be walking back later on in the video when I go back and get the car. It's just going to fill itself, this lot. Shouldn't even need to do the paddle. At last, we made it to this beautiful spot on the River Nene at Woodford. It's wonderful here, love it. The next morning now, about 20 past 9, half 9, and bit of a cold one last night. Very cold. It was dew everywhere, there's no frost, but got down to about 2 I think. So thankfully that sun's out, because otherwise I'll be freezing in this shirt. But I know exactly what's going to happen. If I wear some sort of jumper or jacket, I'm going to get too hot and I have to take it off. So I'm not making the same mistake as I always do. Just starting off in a shirt. All I need is a shirt on my back. Anyway, yeah. This is the beginning of the 12-mile walk back to get the car. Yeah. Bit of a hard. They don't even let you out here. You're allowed to get up. Really? I'm over that one. Ridiculous. At least this ain't all overgrown like it was last time. Me and Mum actually cycled this 12 miles 2 years ago, but it was absolutely dreadful, the worst cycle I've ever done. I am still worried because when I come back up this river in July, it's still going to be overgrown, I think. I have to do these walks again. Got all those beautiful dandelions. Back to the railway now. Which way do we go? Make sure we don't go the wrong way. No, it's up this way. Right, let's go. This should be easy for a bit.
This old railway I'm walking is part of the Northampton and Peterborough Railway. It was a very early railway line that came off of the L&BR main line. Construction was authorised way back in 1843 and was opened in 1845. It largely followed the route of the River Nene, but taking a more direct route, cutting through. And this is why it's such a useful tool for me to walk back and go and get the car. Unfortunately though, thanks to its largely agricultural area and quietness, it closed to passenger traffic in 1964 and completely closed in 1972. There is part of it that's still active as a heritage line, which we will see later on down the Nene.
Coming into Stanwick Lakes now. Beautiful nature is over there. Full of big lakes. Okay, they're pretty cozy, aren't they? Iron Age houses, I guess. Quite a nice place. Station Road, the old ancient bridge down there. Coming into I can't remember it. Yeah, finally off the railway after 5 miles of walking on there. Not as quiet as public footpath. Must have been about, I don't know, 70 people on there. Crazy. Yeah, I'm on a more quiet route now along the river. Unfortunately, the railway is pretty much all gone. I don't know, it goes off that way, but I think it sort of just ends. There are more restored parts of it, but they're not connected, so I have to walk into Wellingborough now along the Nene path. But yeah, at least it'll be quite a walk past this water treatment plant there. Ugh. Yes, the Nene. Yeah, I forgot to mention to you guys, but a lovely subscriber came round to the boat of Woodford last night and they actually offered me a lift, so thank you so much for that. I think Tim is your name. Yeah, I really appreciate that, but like I rejected the guy in the Range Rover last time, same reason, you know, I'm doing this for exercise because I really want to try and get down to my target weight this year. It's one of my New Year's resolutions. But yeah, thanks for the offer, mate. But yeah, exercise at the end of the day. Torture myself for fun. But yeah, that's really kind of you. But also another thing, some people say, oh, you go through random people's farms and stuff. Are you allowed to go through it? Because I have a few Americans who watch, and they don't really have footpaths over there. But all the walks I do are on public footpaths. These are old ancient routes that people used to walk before the roads and stuff, to villages and churches. And yeah, they're still around now. So some of them go through farms and properties like that, and they can't do nothing about it, farmers. Cross this road now, but it's a traffic light. That's lucky. Well timed. Leave me alone. Thank God there's two lines. Oh God, I thought that was going to be a collision then. This big fence they put up to stop the kids getting in, and the gate's just wide open. Leaving Wellingborough now, at 9 miles. We've done about 2-3 miles more to go, I don't know. I got you! I've stood here for about 5 minutes trying to get that fly out of my eye. Look how aggravated my eye is. Some dude just came in running along with his dog and he poured water in my eye and he said it was out, but it wasn't. God. He came running up behind me, and in fact this dog touched my back because I was on the floor with the phone on the floor on selfie mode trying to get that fly out. Just went straight at the moment of blinking. I couldn't even blink fast enough to stop it. Got her though. That's alright. Got her. Because I can't just leave it in there. 10.5 miles. Nearly there now. That's the last lock. Back on the railway. Last mile. Let's get it done. Railway's done. I got walking this bloody road. Busy road with no pavement. No verge. Should have got Z4 here really. It's just down there, but see what I mean? Let's give it a go. Just about quarter of a mile down there. It literally didn't move over at all. It was right here. They do that. Some of the drivers do that. You try to scare you. It doesn't scare me though. Please, no one come and do around the bend. Good. Right, made it. God, glad that's over, guys. Favourite bit of the journey was getting the fly in my eye. Really love that. A little bit shorter than I thought, because I did take a couple of shortcuts. I was going to divert this road here, but I thought, you know what, F it, I'm going to do it. Then no one's going to run me over. I mean, some of them came close to. People can't stand people walking on roads. Absolutely can't stand them. But they have no foot to stand on, really. Pardon the pun.
Anyway, I'm gonna head back to the boat now. This is gonna be a 20-minute drive, I think. And yeah, and then I think we get going. Down to Ondle, 15-mile cruise today. Yes, but you'll see that in the next video. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully. Alright, bye-bye.